So I've been using this Brevite bag here for a while now for my casual everyday slash photo everyday kind of bag, right? If you haven't heard, there was an eclipse recently, especially in North America. I was in driving distance of, 90, 95, 100% totality. And so I figured let's make a day of it. And I instantly knew I was going to be taking this Brevite bag. So I knew I would want just enough gear to get a good video, a good photo of the eclipse, as well as kind of some behind the scenes. But I didn't want it to completely take over the day because while I did want those photos, I did kind of want to keep it casual and then just enjoy the moment to some degree. So this was the first bag that came to mind. So when they sent me this bag, they asked me to do a sort of like what's in my bag style video. And so this is my what's in my bag Eclipse edition video. Hope that's cool. We'll see. Hey everybody. So I reached out to Brevite and was asking if they would want to do a giveaway. And so we are doing a giveaway. I'm going to give some more details about that at the end of the video. So stay posted for that. So let's start with the camera that's going to be capturing the behind the scenes of the day here. And that was going to be the GH5s and the Leica 12-60. I also have my DJI Action 2, which I really love, that is going to get the more casual point and shoot sort of clips of the day and is great to mount in your car. So that'll go in here pretty easily. A big decision was what's going to be my main camera for this whole event. The GH5s, the GH6, the S5 II, and at the end of the day, I chose the GH6 for that equal resolution to the full frame camera, but that extra reach thanks to that sensor size. Another advantage for Micro Four Thirds. So I got the GH6 and this massive 500mm Bauer generic lens. I got this on eBay way back in the day for like 80 bucks or something like that. So I guess we'll see if this lens is any good. I've got some decent results with it in the past with the GH4 and the GH5, but the GH6's sensor and photos and video is a little bit more high quality. So let's see if this lens can keep up. It's gonna have a 9-stop Indy on the front and I think up to 10, maybe even more. I think it might be way more actually. Photodiox adapter is an EF to MFT with an Indy in the back. So if the sun is gonna melt anything, it's gonna be hopefully that adapter instead of my camera's sensor. And lastly, I packed in the classic Olympus Pen F, the film version. It's a half frame film camera and a 50-90 lens. Unfortunately, my most telephoto film lens, but I'm just took this to a desperate attempt to get something on film with the Eclipse. And don't hold your breath for those because I do not have the results back, but maybe someday. All this packed pretty easily into the bag, as well as some extra stuff, my filter case, some snacks, and some other various things. And while I usually do keep my water bottle in this bag, by the way, huge props to any bag that has a water bottle holder in it. The water bottle holder unfortunately had to hold that massive 500mm lens because I probably could have fit it in the bag somewhere, but with all the other stuff, it just wasn't right for this occasion. So I picked up my partner, and after a few hours of driving, we finally arrived. So I grabbed the jumper, that's the name of the bag, and a tripod, and we started hiking up the hill. All right, so begins our hike. Probably not a very long hike, but a hike nonetheless. This bag, by the way, does go a long way in the not really being a camera bag style bag, because I think mostly the color, just it being green, which by the way, kind of my color, got green eyes, so can you see it? So this bag was like kind of perfectly my color. Got ready to relax, take a few pictures, and that's exactly what we did. By the way, the bag coming in clutch again because it definitely held down my tripod because it was really windy. Imagine a huge open field and then on the end of that field a giant hill, and it was really windy. Imagine that. I don't know what people say about the experience, they're not exaggerating it. I'm not going to say it's life-changing, but it was really cool. But I'm not going to try to create some flowery poetic words about the feelings of existential beauty that or whatever. While that stuff is all true, a lot of people have probably said it a lot better than me, but it was a really moving experience, and I'm really glad I made the trip to see it. And but anyway, let's get into results. What did it look like? So even though we weren't in the 100% totality path, maybe like 97%, right? And this is the light beforehand, and this is the light afterward. It got 2, 3, 4 times darker, and it looked really insane. It looks like someone put a bad day for night filter on a movie, you know? Like when they shot during the day, but they wanted to make it look night. This is how that looks in like a low budget movie. That's the best way I can describe it. Seeing that with your own eyes instead of like a filter applied to a movie was really interesting. But anyway, let's get into the results. With the wind and my less than stellar tripod setup, I brought the wrong tripod. I didn't have the spiky feet, unfortunately. But even with the bag holding it down, this tripod was not the best. The weight was off because the tripod collar was broken, and you know, the footage was a little bit bouncy, a little bit less stable than I would like. And let's check out some of my best photos of it. I tried to do high resolution mode, but usually it ended up being not so great. I tried some exposure bracketing, but didn't work out super great either. And yeah, it really was fun to get these shots and cool to just experience the whole thing, right? Like when the moon went over the sun, things got incredibly quiet, like birds and animals stopped making noise. The wind completely stopped that had been like blowing my camera around this entire time. I don't know if that's a coincidence. Can an eclipse affect the wind? Like it has been gusting all day and it is like dead calm right now. Afterwards, I heard a rooster calling out, which is pretty funny. He was like, "Oh, again already? All right." And he just got back to work. So that was, you know, good on him for staying on top of it. So Brevite, along with a couple other companies for future videos. So definitely subscribe and like and watch out for more giveaways in the future. But Brevite is giving away one jumper to somebody. Not sure about the color, but you know, I guess that's up to them. So what we're gonna do is everybody is gonna go down to the description or type in this email on screen right now and send me an email with Brevite in the description line. So after that happens, I'm going to go in, look at everybody's submissions, and select one person randomly with a random number generator to win this backpack, and Brevite is going to send you that backpack directly. So definitely check that email out, enter to win this backpack, and you know, I'm assuming you're gonna have a pretty good chance to win it. So thanks again for Brevite for letting me do this giveaway. I think it's gonna be really fun, and can't wait to see who wins and what color you get. But yeah, the eclipse, the day, everything was super great. The backpack was just the right size to let me focus on actually being there in the moment, which is important rather than just making content and shooting photos nonstop. It limited me, it made me think extra hard about what I really needed, what I really wanted, and also let me bring some snacks. So that's always a plus. This is definitely my vacation bag, just everything about it. The low-key design, the color, it's got luggage pass-through on the back so you can slip it on top of your handle of your luggage. Lots of space. There's 2 sizes. This bag is not even that big, the bigger size. So if you want to stay really casual, if you're shooting like, you know, Pentax Q or G100 or things like that, definitely the smaller one would probably be just fine. But you know, I don't know what's good for myself, so I picked the big version. So anyway, thanks again for Brevite for sending me this bag. I really like it. They do normal bags too, probably, I think. So, but with this foray into the camera bag world, I think this is a pretty fun little bag. And you know, a lot of bags say like, this doesn't look like a camera bag, but I think this is one of the first ones I've personally owned that really holds up to that standard. So yeah, great day, fun shots. I loved the experience of the eclipse, and you know, maybe I'll make a follow-up to this in you know, 40 years or whatever when the next one is. So hit me up with your next cyber AI augmented you know, sentient backpack Brevite and you know, 2070 or whenever the next eclipse is supposed to roll through, and we'll do this thing again. Anyway guys, this was kind of a different sort of video for me. It was an interesting opportunity to kind of do something a little different. So let me know if you liked it. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys when I see you.